Hey, what is going on, guys, and thanks for tuning in today. Now, the vehicle that I'm sitting in is a 2013 Lincoln MKX, and unfortunately the owner's kids haven't been too kind to it, so let's have a quick look around to see what we're dealing with today. Okay, well, fortunately the exterior isn't all that bad and just has a thin layer of dirt all around, although the wheels are pretty dirty. But the story here is all the bug guts up on the front end, as they look like they've been baked on by the sun and are really stuck on there. Moving inside now, and you can see there's quite a bit of debris on the carpet. The center console is pretty dirty and grimy, and in the back, well, there's some really sticky stuff on the floor mats. And then this beautiful leather has clearly been kicked a few times by dirty shoes. But just before we dive into this Lincoln, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and that you've got the bell on. That way you'll actually get notified when new videos go live each week. Alright, well, I am already looking forward to getting started on the interior, as the leather is going to be a nice change of pace for me. So as always, guys, sit back, relax, and enjoy. Alright, well, getting started on the pre-wash rinse now, and obviously I'm going to be able to get through this step pretty quick today, but while I do, I wanted to let you know that the Detail Geek chemical launch is officially live. After many months of work, the day has come when you guys can get your hands on them too, and I couldn't be more excited. All of my expertise has gone into designing these products, and you can count on them being top shelf. So head over to detailgeekautocare.com to check them out, or if you want to learn a bit more about them first, there's a product review video that I posted on the channel that goes through each of them in detail, so you can check that out as well. Now up on the front end here where all the bugs are, I can tell pretty quick these have been on the vehicle for a very long time because the pressure washer is almost having no effect on them. So I'll definitely have to hit them with bug remover in just a little bit. Now, while door jambs are usually pretty easy to spray out, the rear hatch can be a little bit trickier, so you really have to control the spray, but it's definitely possible to do this and keep the interior dry. Okay, back to the front end now, and you can see these bug guts barely budged, so I'm going to spray on some of my Detail Geek bug remover, which works incredibly well and will start dissolving the bugs on contact, making them significantly easier to remove during the wash stage. Now, since this paint is covered in iron contamination, I'm going ahead and using some of my Detail Geek iron remover, which will safely dissolve those little iron particles, turning purple when it does, and then I'll simply just spray it off after letting it sit for a few minutes. Though it's important to note you don't ever want to let this dry on the vehicle, and you'll need to use a strong stream of water to rinse it off, as it is a little bit sticky. But if any of you out there have ever noticed tiny little rust spots on your paint, well, that is iron contamination, and it can be easily dissolved and rinsed away with a product like this. Alright, with the vehicle back in the garage now, I'll start on removing all of the garbage and personal items before I start vacuuming, and we'll just set aside all the personal items and we'll leave them in a bag in the back of the vehicle for the owner after the detail. Moving to the back now, and because the quality of this carpet is pretty good, it's making vacuuming really easy as nothing is stuck in the fibers. So I'd say because of things like that, it's much more enjoyable to work on a nicer, higher quality vehicle like this Lincoln, because I definitely don't enjoy struggling to get a job done due to cheap materials. Now, as I work my way around all of the trim with my detail brushes, I wanted to let you know that I've recently started posting shorts over on the second channel, the Detail Geek 2. So if you enjoy short form cleaning videos, well, be sure to subscribe over there. But not only that, I'll also be posting more on TikTok again, so be sure to follow me there as well. Moving to the driver's footwell with the extractor, and if you've ever wondered why I extract before cleaning the trim and pedals, well, it's because when I use the drill brush on the solution, it tends to fling it all over the trim and the pedals, so if they were already clean, I would just end up having to repeat work. Here's all the dirty water pulled from the Lincoln. Not super brown, but still gross. Moving to the console, and I wanted to show you guys how to tackle dirty and grimy areas if you don't have a steamer. So basically, I'll spray on some all-purpose cleaner diluted 10:1 for lightly soiled areas and 4:1 for really grimy spots, and then agitate with my boar's hair detail brush. Then I'll wipe it down with a damp microfiber towel and follow up with a dry one to wipe off any remaining APC residue. Alright, moving to the leather now, and for that I'm spraying on some Meguiar's D181 leather cleaner. Then I'll use my soft horsehair brush to gently agitate, and then I'll simply wipe it off with a microfiber towel. And then once I've got all the seats clean, I'll use some Meguiar's D180 leather conditioner and apply it with a microfiber applicator pad, leaving them looking and feeling soft and supple. And if you're wondering where you can find any of these products or anything else you might see me use in my videos, well, I have the link to nearly everything down in the description for you, so feel free to check them out. Moving back outside now, and I'll get to work on applying some of my Detail Geek synthetic paint sealant, which is going to boost the depth and gloss and keep it protected for about 6 months. But what I love most about it is how easy it is to remove once it's hazed over. You can either apply it with a polisher like I do, or apply it by hand. Either way, you'll love it, and it's going to make your vehicle look incredible. Last step is to apply Carpro Pearl to the tires, which will leave them with a nice matte black look when it dries. Alright guys, well 8 hours later and the MKX is looking absolutely incredible. It looks brand new again, and I gotta say I am loving the color of that leather in there. That looks so good. That's a nice change of pace from the usual black on black that I see. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed this one, make sure you smash the thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Go check out Detail Geek Auto Care. Pick up some of the new chemicals. Enjoy the guitar outro, and I'll see you guys in the next one.